So last time I made a video, I talked a little bit about binge eating and weight loss. So today I wanted to talk about the weight loss part of my binge eating. So as I mentioned in my earlier video, I became very depressed. I started binge eating. I gained 50 pounds in 4 months and then was also suicidal. A lot of this had to do with black mold, but I think a good chunk of it had to do with myself and what I was going through. So I came back to Alberta and I took a before picture and decided to myself that that was the last time I'd ever look like that ever again. So then from there I tried a bunch of different things. I remember trying weightlifting, I did some of that, or yoga, or running, basically just anything to get myself moving. But the one mistake that I made and that I don't want anyone else to ever make is I tried counting calories. And I know that's very popular and a lot of girls will do that, but I don't really think that it's always the best idea, because for myself what happened was I would obsess about my meals and how many calories they were, and I'd spend all this time on my phone punching it in, and it was actually quite stressful. And I found that if I went home at the end of the day, then I would want to binge on something because I had been so good all day that I kind of deserved a little treat. But unfortunately, like, a little treat kind of turns into something a lot bigger when you already have this history of binge eating, and then I'd have to start all over the next day, or I felt like I was starting over the next day. So for myself, I didn't end up losing the weight until I stopped counting calories, which is makes sense to me because it stopped becoming this weird obsession in my life, and I actually, got out and seen people, and I stopped punishing myself for screwing up if I did screw up. So basically what I did was I just started focusing on eating more whole foods, getting more fruits and vegetables into my diet, and eating more rice and oatmeal and just good quality whole food grains and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I did it. And I think one of the biggest pieces of advice that I would give to anyone else is to set a long-term goal. Do not try to force yourself to lose weight in a certain given amount of time, because you're just going to stress yourself out, and you might lose the weight, but you're not going to be able to keep it off, and then you're going to end up doing this weird cycle thing where you lose the weight and then you gain it back, and then you lose the weight quickly again and then you gain it back. So for myself, it took me a year. I gave myself a year. I have a year before and after picture, and that worked pretty well, because a year is a long time, and but once you get to that year mark where you're posting your after picture, then you kind of realize that a year goes by pretty quickly. So please don't starve yourselves. Please don't count your calories. Just get moving, eat well, and it'll actually just come off on its own. Okay, that's my video for today, and I will see you all later.